Hey guys, HTV here. Now, Pokemon Sun and Moon is right around the corner, and today's video moves away from the usual kind of videos that you tend to see on the channel, seeing as it focuses on the anime, which I haven't really touched upon yet. More importantly though, it focuses on the anime for Pokemon Sun and Moon. Now, a lot of people are pretty annoyed with the huge sudden change of art style for the anime for Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon, and while it could look a lot better, it doesn't stop us from taking a look into new ideas and theories for it. For today's video, we'll be taking a look at Ash Ketchum's possible team for Pokemon Sun and Moon. I've worked pretty hard on this video and have found some pretty cool evidence to back up each of my choices, so I hope you can all agree with them to some extent. And of course, if you feel like you have a better option for one of Ash's Pokemon in the new anime, then please leave it in the comment section after watching this video. My choices are all based on patterns seen throughout each series in the anime, new features introduced in Pokemon Sun and Moon, and also the blatant option that has always been by Ash Ketchum's side. With all of that out of the way though, I really hope you enjoy the video and let's get started. So for the first slot in Ash's team for Pokemon Sun and Moon in the anime is of course Pikachu. Pikachu has been by Ash's side since the very beginning and would be unthinkable if the writers were to change that now. This pair have seen their fair share of gym battles, legendary Pokemon, natural disasters, the list just goes on, and I'm sure they'll come against even bigger threats in the new anime for Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. Obviously, like I said at the beginning of this video, all of my choices are based on patterns I've come across or new features that are being added into Pokemon Sun and Moon, but this choice is pretty self-explanatory. It would be silly for Pikachu not to be in the new anime, and of course on this picture right here, we can see Pikachu doing a little Z-move dance below Ash, as well as Pikachu appearing in the trailers for Pokemon Sun and Moon. So at the end of the day, Pikachu being on Ash's team for the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime is pretty much certain. For the second slot in Ash's team for the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime is Rowlet. I decided to go with Rowlet over Litten and Popplio for Ash's team because of this image right here. As we can see, Rowlet is right behind Ash, whereas the other two starter Pokemon aren't that close to him, giving me the impression that Rowlet has a more significant connection to Ash than the other two. There are also several other indicators that Ash will have a Rowlet on his team for the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime, within a few of the trailer previews. In these images here from a trailer, we can see Rowlet saving Pikachu. This is most likely the episode that Ash meets Rowlet, seeing as there is usually a story behind Ash obtaining a new Pokemon, and it usually involves Pikachu. From a different trailer preview for the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime, we can see Ash rubbing Rowlet's head. We can also see Ash holding up a Pokeball, presumably Rowlet's, asking him to get back in it, making it seem like Rowlet is quite mischievous, outgoing, and isn't too keen on the idea of being trapped in a Pokeball. All of this evidence has led me to believe that Rowlet is a much stronger choice for Ash's Sun and Moon starter Pokemon than Popplio and Litten, which is why it's on my list. The third slot for Ash's Pokemon Sun and Moon team for the new anime is Pikipek. The reasons behind me picking this Pokemon to be on Ash's team is actually quite simple. In every new region, Ash has always had a bird Pokemon that you find early on in the game. In Kanto, Ash had a Pidgeotto which eventually evolved into Pidgeot. In Johto, Ash had a Noctowl. In the Hoenn anime, Ash had a Taillow which then evolved into Swellow. In Sinnoh, Ash caught a Starly which eventually evolved into Staraptor. In the Unova anime, Ash caught a Pidove which ended up with him obtaining an Unfezant, and in Pokemon X and Y, Ash caught a Fletchling which eventually evolved into a Talonflame. This clear pattern through all of the anime series means that Ash pretty much has to catch a Pikipek in Pokemon Sun and Moon, seeing as that it is the bird Pokemon that you most likely find early on in the games. I also believe that it will evolve into its final evolution later on in the series, seeing as that is the other pattern for Ash's bird Pokemon that I've come across. So with this evidence, the third slot for Ash's team in the new Pokemon Sun and Moon anime belongs to Pikipek. The fourth slot for Ash's Pokemon Sun and Moon team for the new anime is Rockruff. For me, this Pokemon just screams Ash, and it is also the perfect partner for Pikachu as they are both small and there usually is a small Pokemon that gets along with him in the early stages of the new anime, so I don't see why Pokemon Sun and Moon would be any different. There are also multiple hints in the new trailer previews for the anime that Ash will obtain a Rockruff. The first image shows Rockruff standing next to Ash and being identified by Rotom Pokedex. This could be when Ash first obtains Rockruff, and so new data is being added to the Pokedex for his new companion. There is also another image from a trailer showing Rockruff standing next to Pikachu, which leads me back to my earlier point about Pikachu having a small partner Pokemon. But the first image I showed you is a much better piece of evidence for Ash having a Rockruff on his team for the new Pokemon Sun and Moon anime. Claiming the fifth slot for Ash's Pokemon Sun and Moon team is Grubbin. Now there isn't a ton of evidence to support this choice, but I still believe that it is a strong contender for Ash's team. Firstly, Ash has been known to capture bug Pokemon and raise them up to their final evolutions, as he did with Caterpie into Butterfree. He caught a Heracross, he caught a Beedrill in Johto's famous bug catching contest, and he also caught a Sewaddle that eventually evolved into a Leavanny. So it's not like it's not a huge possibility for Ash to obtain a Grubbin in the new Pokemon Sun and Moon anime. Pokemon Sun and Moon seem to have a lot of links to Kanto. Obviously celebrating its 20th anniversary with the new Alola Pokemon, the trainer being from Kanto, Professor Oak's cousin, the list goes on. So I could see Grubbin evolving into Vikavolt as a reference to when Ash caught a Caterpie which then evolved into a Butterfree. Just an idea. There is also an image from a Pokemon Sun and Moon anime trailer showing a Grubbin pinching Ash's nose, which could definitely be the Grubbin that Ash eventually catches. The final slot for Ash's Pokemon Sun and Moon team for the new anime is Charizard or Tauros. There are a couple of reasons why I have picked these two Pokemon to be Ash's potential final Pokemon. Firstly, going back to my earlier point about Pokemon Sun and Moon being heavily linked with Kanto, both of these Pokemon are from the Kanto region, so it wouldn't surprise me if they made an appearance. However, the points with the most evidence are to do with the new ride feature in the Pokemon Sun and Moon games. In Sun and Moon, you can ride a Tauros or a Charizard to help get to destinations easier, or to help overcome difficult obstacles. And seeing as Ash already has both of these Pokemon at his disposal, it wouldn't surprise me if they appeared in the anime to help promote the new feature in the games. There are also images to support this theory, such as this one showing Ash riding a Tauros in a race, which could easily be the Tauros he caught. I feel though that Charizard would be the stronger candidate, not only for the ride feature, but because of Kiawe, one of the trial captains. This image here shows that Kiawe does have a Charizard, as he is seen riding it, so I believe that for Ash to beat this trial captain, his own Charizard will make an appearance to help him win the battle. Plus Charizard against Charizard would make an amazing episode. It would also be a pretty cool tribute to the Kanto series, seeing as it is the 20th anniversary. But with that wraps up this video. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did making it. If you did enjoy the video though, please leave a like, I'd really appreciate it. I have a couple top 5s coming onto your screen in a second, so be sure to give them a watch if you have the time, and also subscribe if you like my content. That's everything from me though, so thanks for watching guys, have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video.